Hi, thank you for joining me. Today, I would like to share the inner workings of one of the narcissist abuse tactics, projection. I'll be giving a couple examples today of this powerful weapon. When we understand the narcissist's purpose of it and ways of using it, it can help us to move through it, past it, and see it coming in the future, putting up a shield for protection. If you like my content, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. The abusive projection tactic is used when the narcissist is unable to take responsibility or accountability for their behavior, feelings, and for most anything that goes wrong. Apologizing is something the narcissist doesn't have the ability to do unless they are trying to use apologizing as a means to create a desired outcome. This is their defense mechanism to relieve their discomfort of processing self-accountability by deflecting, placing blame and judgment on others. When they do this, they are actually showing you what's going on inside of them. It's like looking through a window into their emotions of what they are unable to process. They literally take their feelings and actions, handing them over to you, saying, "Here, you take this, I don't want it," which shows their impaired emotional maturity. Here's an example of projecting their actions. The narcissistic parent doesn't look and pulls out into traffic, causing a car accident. The parent may blame the child by saying, "You asked me a question and you distracted me. This accident is your fault." They place this blame with resentment and conviction, which can be very devastating for the child, who absorbs the guilt of causing the accident in place of the narcissist being accountable, making themselves the victim at the child's expense. The child may accept blame with the hopes of winning the parent's approval, or completely shut down and hide. Either way, they are absorbing this abuse. If the other parent is an enabler, then they will most likely agree with the narcissistic parent and blame the child for the accident as well. Usually, the enabler's number one priority is making the narcissistic partner happy. The narcissist doesn't live for truth, equality, and love. They live for the perception of being seen as superior and use their actions to control situations for their benefit, and sadly, even putting their accountability onto the backs of their children. When asking the narcissistic parent to be accountable, they may use tears to get sympathy and turn the situation around to become the victim because they know it's hard to be mad at a victim. This can also switch gears, putting the attention on them to be comforted. When narcissists accuse others of feeling a certain way, again, this is a window to let you see how they truly feel. They're usually acting out what's going on inside of them. Here's an example of playing the victim and projecting their feelings. A narcissistic mother wants her adult daughter to spend every weekend at her house having dinner and has an entitled expectation that this is how it should be and is owed to her. The narcissistic mother may say, "You don't call me often enough. You don't come to the house often enough." With hate and resentment in her eyes, she may say, "And so you don't love me," attempting to place guilt to force the daughter into doing what she wants her to do. Narcissists don't tend to love themselves and will think that nobody else loves them either. So the mother has projected her insecurities of not being loved onto her daughter as though they are her daughter's feelings instead of her own. Also, when the narcissistic mother says, "You don't love me," this could actually be a reflection of the mother's own feelings of not loving her daughter, as she is being hateful and manipulating. When the adult child says no to spending every weekend at the narcissist mother's house, the mother may start to project guilt. And if the guilt doesn't work to get the daughter to react the way she wants her to, then it could turn into a raging tantrum with tears, finger pointing, and judgment in hopes of getting her daughter to give her the attention she's demanding. This narcissistic mother is wanting her child to defend herself and tell her how much she loves her and that it's not true, to build up her ego with reassurance and comfort. She may have the attitude of, "I'm your parent, how can you deny me?" The mother is not caring about the daughter's needs. She is only caring about what the daughter can provide for her to feed her ego. In this situation, the narcissistic mother is testing her daughter's loyalty by the amount of comfort and reassurance she can provide her. A loving, healthy mother tends to provide her adult child with support, space, understanding, unconditional love, and usually wants what's best for the child when it comes to their time and family, and doesn't make the child fight to prove they love them. A healthy mother might check in with her daughter and have a healthy conversation to ask if that's something she's wanting as well, or has time, being respectful that her daughter has a family of her own to take care of. A loving mother doesn't use shame and guilt against their child for not doing what they want when they want. They may call the child selfish when they are the ones being selfish, trying to get the child to do what they want. Another way they project is by accusing their child of lying when they are the ones who are actually lying. Narcissists also tend to love gossiping. When they gossip about the negativity of another person, it may be because it's mimicking the negativity that's inside of them, and they're drawn to it. They also tend to accuse others of being the narcissist when they themselves are the narcissist. Again, deflecting. If you are the lone wolf type, you love your solitude, then you may have a natural built-in shield to the narcissist and are unlikely to be their prey anymore. If you are an empath or on the sensitive side, then you will need to pay close attention, being careful, because narcissists tend to be attracted to you. Shielding with knowledge will help you to see them coming. This understanding can help free you from the heaviness of carrying their baggage. Realizing their behavior gives you insight to what's happening inside of them, that they're unable to look at their own shame and guilt, and they're basically telling on themselves for what's going on within them. This baggage was never yours to carry in the first place, and sometimes saying the words, "This isn't mine, this isn't my baggage," can help in releasing those feelings if you are feeling attached to it. Give yourself permission to detach from the judgment and blame that minimized, humiliated, and belittled you. You were raised by people who have a mental health disorder, who are incapable of being empathetic, loving, and a healthy parent to you. Your narcissistic parent lied to you to protect themselves. Remembering they were accusing you of things they themselves should have been accountable for. I hope this helps. Please feel free to leave a comment. Everyone's situation is different. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share if you like my content. I love you all.